You forget that sinking feeling in your gut that it's just too late? The idea that the window for a really meaningful life has slammed shut, all because of choices you made or, time you feel like you've wasted? Well, if that thought has ever crossed your mind, then stick around. This is for you.
I mean, it's a universal wish, isn't it? That quiet, nagging desire to just rewind the clock, pick a different path, and finally become the person you feel like you are always meant to be. That feeling of looking back, man, it can be totally overwhelming.
So, let's just be clear. This is a message for anyone out there who feels defined by their past. For anyone who feels like they're living in the shadow of choices they can't change, just buried under the weight of regret. We're going to explore a path forward, together.
First things first, we have to name the problem. We have to call it what it is. And it's that constant, nagging question that just plays on a loop in our minds. That ache of what if.
Look, this isn't some unique personal failing of yours. It's a deeply human experience. It's that sneaky little whisper that tells you that you took a wrong turn maybe years ago, and now you are just permanently off course. And that is such a heavy weight to carry all by yourself.
And here's where it gets really dangerous. Constantly looking backward doesn't just hurt, it paralyzes you. It literally builds a prison around you, and it stops you from moving forward into the life that is still waiting for you.
And these regrets, they get really specific, don't they? And they're painful. Maybe for you it's parenting, wishing you'd brought faith into it more. Or maybe it's the ghost of a marriage that's long gone. Or you just look back at whole decades and think, what was that all for? You feel like you got a late start, or you're carrying around some secret shame. These are the things that hold us captive.
And that's the trap, right there. We get stuck mentally rehearsing the past, living in this imaginary world of if-onlys. If only I had known then what I know now. If only I hadn't wasted all those years. But that entire mindset keeps us from the incredibly powerful, present tense reality of even now. Okay, so this brings up a really critical difference. On one side, you've got regret. You can think of that as worldly sorrow. It's totally fixated on what's behind you, and it just freezes you in place. It leads to paralysis. But on the other side, you have repentance, a godly sorrow. Now listen, this isn't about shame. It's about turning around and facing forward. And that leads to movement. It leads to life. See the difference? One keeps you stuck, the other sets you totally free.
So how do we actually make that turn? How do we go from being paralyzed to actually moving? Well, it all starts with understanding grace. And grace isn't about rewriting your past. It's a present tense power that works right here, right now.
This is the key. You have to get this. God is not preoccupied with your past. His call to you, his invitation is always in the present. Every single command, from follow me to go and sin no more, is an invitation for today. Not yesterday, today.
And hey, if you're thinking your past disqualifies you, just look at this list. These are giants of the faith. When God called him, Moses was a murderer on the run. David was an adulterer. Peter straight up denied even knowing Jesus. And Paul, he was actively hunting and persecuting Christians. Their pasts didn't disqualify them. In fact, their pasts became the very proof of an incredible grace. This gets to the very heart of redemption. See, it's not about getting a do-over or hitting a cosmic delete button on your history. No. Redemption is God taking every broken piece, every failure, every single regret, and repurposing it. Your deepest wounds can actually become the source of your most powerful, most authentic message.
All right, so we've established the truth that it is not too late. So what's the next step? Well, now we shift from just believing it to actually doing something about it. It's time to start planting right where you are.
Let this become your new mantra. It's so powerful and so direct. The temptation is always to wait, right? Wait for better circumstances. Wait for the shame to fade away. Wait for some new season to magically show up. But the call is to act now.
You know, we all wish we had different soil, an easier life, a cleaner past, fewer problems. But our actual assignment from God is to be faithful in the life we actually have. Your purpose is found right here, in this soil, not in some imaginary garden of the past.
So here are the practical steps. Number 1, be brutally honest about where you are. Acknowledge the reality of your life today. Number 2, make a conscious choice to stop wasting energy wishing things were different. And number 3, plant. Take one small faithful step. Make the call, write that first paragraph, apologize. Just start today.
And you got to remember the parable of the 11th hour worker. The guys who were hired at the very end of the day, they got the exact same reward as the ones who had been working all day long. Why? Because God rewards faithfulness, not seniority. When you started matters so much less than your willingness to get to work now.
And this brings us to what might be the most important point of all. It's not about how you start the race. It's about how you finish it.
This is the ultimate takeaway. Your beginning, whether it was strong or messy or seriously delayed, does not have to define your legacy. The final season of your life can absolutely be the most beautiful and the most fruitful of all. You can finish well.
The Apostle Paul wrote this from a prison cell at the very end of his life. After a life of just immense hardship and persecution, he didn't claim he was perfect. He simply said, "I finished." He kept going. He stayed faithful through all of it, and that is the goal.
So here's the thing. Your final season, it doesn't start when you get old. No way. It starts the second you decide to stop looking back and start moving forward. It starts right now, today. The past, it's settled. The future, that's in God's hands. So really, the only question left is, how are you going to run your race, starting now?